All right, we're good. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ian McKenzie with the Average Bros Fitness Podcast, joined today by my co-host, the franchisee of Mandeville Hotworx, Mr. Luis De Leon, and we are here with the Hotworx Mandeville Live Heroes interviews, joined by our very special guest, Miss Jutan. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
I'm ecstatic. Thank you for having me.
So we've seen all your Facebook postings, and guys, she is the absolute mega cheerleader of this Hotworx, and it's awesome what you do, really and truly. Like, it's amazing. Yeah. What got you here? What brought you to Hotworx?
Oh, let me give you the short version.
Please.
I'll give you the short version.
No, well, you can give me the long
I
version
moved to
too. It's okay.
Mandeville, February of 2019.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I came from Texas,
Mhm.
coming out of some stuff, and
Mhm.
I was heavy.
Yeah.
Not just heavy physically, heavy mentally.
Yeah, just a lot going on.
Yeah. And I saw their posts. This post kept coming. When you're looking in physical fitness things, I know you know the algorithms,
Mhm.
how they work. So I kept looking for something with a sauna. I like saunas.
Yeah.
And his Hotworx thing kept coming on my algorithm.
Sauna.
So I clicked on it, and it said, "Come do a free trial."
Yeah.
I came and I did a free trial, and I signed up that same day.
But see, it is just that free trial. Like, if people do that, then it's like they start automatically, they go down that path. They're like, oh, I need this.
I need this
like,
in my life.
Yeah, I need this in my life.
And the women were very, very kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's it's the family too. It's the whole partnering up with people atmosphere and like being here. And I see you back there doing you use the FX zone a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
I use everything in here.
Yeah, and that's what people need to do, especially with, just talking to people. Not many people know how to use like the MyoCore bands and everything.
That's
and that's a big one too. Yeah.
Yes, I've done it for years though. I used to pay a trainer. As a matter of fact, when I started Hotworx,
You had a trainer.
I was paying
You
a
told me
trainer.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
3-4 times the amount of what I pay you.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
5 times.
Yeah.
And I realized after being with him for several months, I can do that here.
And that's what it's all about, really. It's
Yeah.
like you can be your own personal trainer at the end. You think you need like a fitness guru, but being in places like this,
Absolutely.
where you got the boxes and you got all this stuff teaching
you
you
also
how to
have
do
the
it.
personal trainer too. With
That's true.
Absolutely.
The app.
The
personal
app.
trainer app that we have now.
See, I didn't know too much about that one. Is that so? Are the videos on the app?
That's correct.
This
It's actually, it has it on
There's
your
so much
app,
you can do on that
and you
app.
go personal
Okay.
trainer, and you put it on there, and it got you,
You
gives
can
you, guides you,
See, I love that.
guides you right through it.
That was
Yeah.
one of the things one of the most unique things about Hotworx that I really liked was the app,
Mhm.
and how you can schedule your own times and sessions,
Yes, ma'am.
and it was more personal.
It was, yeah.
And I like people, but I had 3 gyms that I was a member of when I started Hotworx.
Yeah.
I won't name those gyms.
I kind of want you to now.
but,
No, it's okay.
What I find is, as I was telling one of the workers here yesterday, what I like most is when you come here, you know exactly what you're going to get into
Sure.
in terms of what you're going to do. And also, there's not a lot of people that's just staring around watching, spectating. I don't like that.
No, and and I was talking to somebody else too. That's a big thing. It's like you could be in your box by yourself. You could be in the FX zone, following your workout app, and everybody's kind of minding their own business.
People grunting and looking at you.
Yeah. What does your routine consist of usually? Like, what do you come in here and you
Listen
do? Because I
listen to
see you
this
back there,
routine.
and I need to know the routine.
Listen,
Like,
I see it. I see she posting. I look at it and go,
Yeah.
she said, "What?"
Well,
Because you're in here for a long time.
I'm sure they can tell
Watch
the
this.
workouts
Yeah.
from the system. However, like today, when I'm done with you at 3:00, I start at 3:00 with 3 consecutive blasts, one behind the other. But I've built up to that. That didn't just
that's
happen.
brutal. That's gnarly.
And you got a new blast girl 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh
So-
yeah, new
so,
videos came in. Yeah,
I am barely keeping up with her right now. I had just mastered the other beauty,
sure.
and now you've changed. It seems like as soon as I master, in other words, as soon as
They
I
threw a
get on
curveball.
par with the instructor, you change
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We've actually added that. We actually now go 30 days, 45 days. I think now they're doing it every 30 days now,
Oh,
where they're
yeah.
changing a routine or a box.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Or a sauna, I'm sorry.
It was like 6 months or something for the.
Before in the beginning, they were still going through videos trying to figure out what they were doing.
And
Sure,
so
sure.
they last
They got
so
it down
much
packed
longer.
now.
Now
Yeah.
the videos
We got
are
it.
changing and they're getting intense.
Because you go through, and it's funny because I remember there was a period of time where it was like it was the same person. And I'm like, when are they gonna change it for a long time? And then it came through, and you're like, whoa!
Where I could tell her what she was gonna do before she did.
Yeah.
Now.
So they're kind of figuring out like, okay, we need to change it up a little bit more.
That's a good thing too, because your body gets so used to doing, it get accustomed, I should say, to doing the exercises, and then you're like, oh, okay. And for me, I don't want to get bored. I like to keep it interesting and exciting and challenging. And that's what is happening now that they're changing.
Yeah, it's true. And it's like you have no choice but to change it up. I mean, you got all the options just staring you right in the face. Yes. So and you're a military vet, right?
I am. I
am. Tell us about that.
So let me go back just a little.
Okay.
So he asked about my routine. So today is 3 blasts, core.
Oh, yeah.
2 rows and 2 cycles. That's for today.
My God.
It's good though. It works.
I do less than that in like 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
I built up to that. It used to just be one or two isometric and a hit. Now
you've kind of got this addiction to it. It's like you feel good. You want more out of it.
You say addiction, that has such a negative connotation.
Sure.
But do remember now, we do all things in moderation.
Yeah.
Well, this is my level of moderation.
I like that.
It's different for other people. So I'm just at this place where I can handle the heat and the exercise at the same time.
And we were talking to somebody yesterday, and we brought this up. It's that when you come here, you don't really feel as exhausted as you do. Like you feel overtrained when you go to like another gym. And I mean, I feel it, but when you come here, it's this weird thing where you can kind of keep going, not feel sore, not feel that joint pain, like go to the next thing pretty easily.
You are absolutely.
Yeah.
For me here, I have the relaxation, I have the release of the pain, not the stress of So for me, it is not just getting in the physical activity, but it's the other benefits that come with it. That 3D training,
yes.
That hits it right on the nose. I mean, you get the heat, you get the infrared energy, and you get the exercise in a short amount of time. I know I sound like I'm one.
No, but that's true. That's perfect. It's like people need to hear that. It's
true.
That 3D training. And Mr. Luis, can you tell me exactly what the 3D training was? Because I was reading about it in the book, which we'll talk about.
That's exactly what it does. It gives you the intensity, it just. I'm trying to say 3D.
It's different to me.
Well, no, what you get with it, actually, you get the heat.
Yeah.
You get the infrared.
Yeah.
And you get the exercise. So if you get all 3, that's how you get the 3D training.
At the same time.
Exactly.
For instance, you'll see during the summertime, I was riding my bike for 2 hours, either in my neighborhood or on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would come in here. And I realized I was shying away from the hot cycle, which is one of my favorites now.
Which I love. Yeah, I agree with you
Especially
on that. I love the hot cycle. Yeah.
And I realized that looking at my my watch, I don't want to say what watch, looking at my watch, I was not only burning more calories and exerting more energy in here for 15 minutes than riding a bike for 2 hours.
And that's the
20 miles.
That's the special thing. Yeah. And that's what people are realizing, because I guess if you're trying to go down that weight loss journey, you automatically think you have to do like, okay, I got to get on the treadmill and do like 60 minutes of walking. Don't even think about something like this.
How about the warm up though? And that's what the 3D training does too.
Yeah.
You warming up actually as you're doing the exercise. So while you're doing the exercise, you're actually warming up already. So you're cutting less time that it takes to do a regular workout at the gym.
Yeah. You're right.
Think about it. We take about 30 minutes to warm up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're taking this. I was having problems with my knees on my natural bike, which is why I stopped doing so many miles, going that long distance, and I'm not having the benefits of what I'm getting now. So it took a lot of the pain out of my body by doing the cycle here.
Yeah, and it tackles the joint pain and everything, like big time. And
Absolutely.
we've covered that with other people. It's like that's that rehab aspect, and we've talked about it. That's part of it too.
And that's the second step. The infrared heat, infrared energy actually heals.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
It heals also.
Yeah, I was reading about that, and I had no idea about
infrared
that.
Energy,
because it kind of penetrates the skin, right? It kind of goes to
And Steve actually talked about it, how they actually developed the box and why they did it. Because in the box, You can't just heat up a room and expect to get infrared energy.
Yeah, you have to be a certain feet
Feet from
away from the.
That's
right.
so much. The closer you are to it,
Okay.
the more effect you get.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So that's so the box was designed specifically. So it's like the size of the box was meant to be that size because of that.
And the placement of the equipment as well.
Yes.
So yes.
Steve actually did a blog on it, which I think I posted it, but he actually talked about how they developed the box and what it was developed for. And
I read a little bit in the book. It was like 1 to 3 feet or something like that. It was
That's
like
correct.
there was a very specific sweet spot, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know my sweet spots in there.
Yeah, and man, that's
you asked me about the military.
Yeah,
one
please.
of the things, which is why I really appreciate.
Wait, tell us what you should do.
Well,
in the military, that's what I want.
I was a logistics officer.
Okay.
In the military, I retired.
Those words had too many syllables. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so I'll just tell you.
Big time.
We did all,
I was about to say that's all.
We were the shake, rattle, and rollers for any type of logistics. Everything in here right now involves logistics.
Okay.
In other words, that sign, that T-shirt, the water, the building, all of which falls into logistics.
So it really was. It was like a planning.
So,
it was developing.
Yep, planning, procurement, you name it, moving the vehicles from this place to that place. On a computer. I wasn't physically moving vehicles.
Still, but still impressive.
But
still a lot of work.
In war, getting the food. We had what is called the classes. In Class A, Class 2, Class 6. You're probably very familiar with the alcohol.
I dabble. Yeah.
But moving all of those things from one place to another.
Okay.
That's why you mentioned war. It's not to cut. What was it? What you were in?
Iraq.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank God
truly.
I came out. Yes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But
Thank you.
In that, being in the military, it adds a lot of physical stress to our bodies, especially when we're in training, and of course, like you said, when we're at war, and even our day-to-day physical activity. Here, I came here because I was in so much pain. I have a pain management doctor. Well, I had a pain management doctor. Was on so many types of medication to kind of alleviate all of the symptoms and the things that were going on inside my body.
Yeah.
I will be very honest with you. I don't have to do that anymore.
Wow.
Amen.
I don't.
Amen.
Yeah.
I don't.
Beautiful.
And I say that with all sincerity. It was a pain for me just to have to take all of that medication. It was a chore. And one medication causes this. Then the side effects then they give you another medication because of the side effects. So in other words, they continue to just treat side effects. And I invest a lot in my self-care. I mean, from massages, I just left physical therapy and aquatics therapy.
Sure.
To Hotworx, like I said, I had a trainer. I make sure that my body is taken care of, more importantly, spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
So Hotworx helps me not only to alleviate a whole lot of the unnatural things, the synthetic things, stick to, the all natural things, and use my body, my own body, and the healing aspect of my own body to bring forth the manifestations that I'm looking for. And that's what that infrared energy and that heat and all of that. I sleep at night. My husband can tell you that.
Yeah.
There was a time when I couldn't sleep. I tossed and I turned, and I was very overweight.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed of my body.
No.
I was 220 pounds when I started with Hotworx. I just want to safely say I'm 45 pounds less.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's right. Awesome.
That's beautiful.
So,
God.
So, and that's proven, honey.
How long? What was the time period for that?
Well, see, when the pandemic hit, we shut down for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I'll be honest with you, I refused to go anywhere. So I ordered like this little vibration machine. And
but that's got to do what you got to do in that time. Yeah.
I find that I'm more disciplined when I'm doing things that I enjoy.
Okay.
So when you see me posting, or when they see me posting Hotworx, this is not publicity. So this is real. I enjoy Hotworx, and I try to get others to come and not just necessarily see what I see, but just to get their own experiences and find what works for them.
And it's true, but you bring the joy to it. You bring the joy into exercise.
And all around.
I know. I see that, and you're telling people it's like, look, this is what fitness could be for you.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. And I mean, they see this is real. This is not something that's been genetically altered or anything. I'm doing it the
Natural.
best way I know how.
Yeah, just freaking
Naturally.
hard work.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
You need your own podcast, Mr.
That's
Tan.
what
You need,
Hotworx does me.
you
I
need your
love
yeah.
Louise.
You can take my spot. I'll just
No.
leave.
No. I gotta stay in my lane.
No, that is so cool. Well, I love that. And just I'll ask you kind of a final question. That mindset from the military definitely, carried over into how you exercise, I'm guessing, right?
Military used to teach us all the time to push past our pain. When they first would say that to me, we were taking like what is called physical training tests.
Okay.
I really didn't understand it because like I'm in pain trying to do this.
Why should I
And
push past?
they would, if someone tell you something long enough, it gets in your psyche and it becomes your thinking. And so they would always tell us push past our pain, even though we were hurting, push past your pain. So inside of me, I've been accustomed to just pushing past my pain, and that's in every area of my life. So physically now I push myself to my threshold. I know what my threshold is. So I will come in Hotworx and exhaust myself until I was like, oh no, that's enough. I'm good. I'm go rejuvenate and be ready for. So, but what I love about here is I'm not hurting myself like I used to in the military.
So it's like that idea of pushing past your pain is it's kind of not really that to a certain extent.
Right.
It's like there's no real pain associated with what you're doing here. Yeah.
Here it's like literally do all that you can and give all that you can for you. In other words, I love what the young lady says. She says all the time, and I said, I hope I'm not offending anybody. She says, don't be lazy. In other words, I call her Lady Lazy when she comes to talk to me. I said, listen, Lady Lazy, I'm going to Hotworx today, girl. You don't need to. You work. And what I'm really saying is, no, I'm going to push past that.
That's right. Motivate yourself.
I'm going to push past that.
And I like this mental. It's you've separated yourself, so you've got like the two sides of yourself, and you know how to like control.
It is
one
true.
side that says, okay, no, I don't want to go. I can't do this. And you're like, no, just.
It is true.
Yeah.
As a man or woman think it, so is he. If you think you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. If you program yourself and train your mind and say, I'm going to do it, I do it. My husband often tells me this, and I'll end with this. He says, Jatan, the more you put your mouth to it, the more you won't do it. He said, when the thought came to you to do it, get up and do it. Right away.
Wow.
I realized that about myself. I was what I would call a procrastinator. I would put my mind to it, my mouth more than anything, and I would just go on and never do it. Now I don't put my mouth to it. I just get up when the thought comes, go work out. I get up, I put my stuff in that app, and I get to it.
Yeah, just reactive.
Yeah.
Just I got to do it,
and it's working.
Well, there you have it. Like she said, guys, when you guys don't feel like doing something, she's telling you how to do it.
Yeah, get up
Make
and
up
go.
your mind, get up and do it.
You talk yourself out of it, I guess. Yeah, you just
the more you
think about it,
to it, the more you won't do it. If the thought came and you know it's good for you, and you know it's a good thought, it's not some evil thing, and you know it's good for you, get up and do it. And that's with anything in your life.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. This has turned into a TED Talk, you guys.
That's right.
Deep. I love this.
Right.
This is awesome stuff. No, this is great. And before we go, did you want to talk about the classes? Or you want to save that for
pretty much.
Okay.
We did
out of these. What do you
do? What do you normally do? Well, you do them all.
Okay. Roll used to be my favorite hot roll. Now blast is my first favorite.
Okay.
Then psycho.
Okay.
Roll. Those on the hit side.
And for people that don't know what blast, what is blast?
Hot blast. It's a combination of the roll, the elliptical, and the bike all at once. It is a full body workout.
That's right.
What I realized what blast has done for me, it has blasted away all of those little love handles.
There you go, guys. Okay. Do hot blast. Body blast. Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to mention about blast for people who I understand about having problems with your legs, because there was a time when I had temporary paralysis in my leg due to the damage that I had to my sciatic nerve. What I realized with blast is there are 2 bars up at the top. So if ever I feel like a pinch in my sciatic nerve, I put my legs up on that bar and I just do it with my hands. Did you know that if you're having a problem with your legs, you can still blast away?
That's
just
right.
like that?
Wow.
That's right.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Love it.
that's awesome. Well, Thank you, Mr. Tyler.
Oh, I
Appreciate
like
this.
it,
This
Ian.
is amazing. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, that is the first interview for you guys. We will be back with a couple more, so stay tuned. Yeah.
Bye. Hotworx.